Good morning, welcome back to another beautiful Saturday morning. It is build day number 225 here at casa.texpina. We're having another wonderful brownout day. Brownout again. Just can't get enough brownouts. Gotta love it. You're right in the middle of construction and hey, guess what? No power. Hey. But yeah, this was scheduled. We knew about it. About a week ago, the power utility said, hey, we're doing a brownout. We got some stuff to do at the substation. We need to take the whole barangay down. So all the barangays of Mabalacat are down today. So yeah, nice. Let's go ahead and walk around and see where everybody's at this morning, what all they're doing on the manual side since they have no power today. Let's get started. Not sure if you're going to be able to pick it up and hear it, but off in the distance, some of our neighbors actually have their generators already installed and hooked up. So they got power while everybody else is without. So on back to our guys. We're starting skim coat here for the last couple sections of our exterior fence wall, perimeter fence. So that's going to get skim coated and hopefully painted. Hopefully all today. We'll see how far they get. And Mr. Stanley down here is sanding and prepping for paint of these last couple sections here for the wall, the lower wall. My guess is while he's waiting on Mr. Ricky to finish skim coating down that side, he may flip over and do the other side on the inside walls because those are ready to go as well. All right, let's head inside and see what everybody else is doing. We got a little bit of sanding, prepping for paint on the living room arch. Mr. Ferdy, one of our other carpenters, is going to be hanging all of the cabinet doors that were delivered yesterday. So all of these are going to be hung. All the upper cabinet doors are going to be hung, both here in the main kitchen and here in the dirty kitchen. Also in the dirty kitchen, Mr. Wilson's doing a little painting of the trim. So we're getting this ready. Continuing painting the trim, Mr. JR is painting around the top edges here where the roller is not supposed to hit. So making sure to get that a good coat of paint. Let's go ahead and walk outside and see what folks are doing out here. We got a little bit of still sanding and prepping our doors. No spray varnish today, so we will be doing lots of sanding and some lacquer sealant. Looks like we're doing some more mirror frames, and we are starting to put in baseboards for here in the maid's room. Yes. Okay, and then last but not least, we're doing a sidewalk repair out here. So where part of it had been broken by some of the trucks, and we also needed to make the adjustment so that this side here didn't flood whenever we have water in here, whenever it rains. So from the sidewalk, from the service gate coming out into the curb, this is gonna slope this direction, and then the regular sidewalk. Yeah, so that's where pretty much everybody's working at today. I think I did miss Mr. Lloyd on the back porch, still working the paint, working his way around. Yes, there he is. He's working the trim and working the rest of his way around this wall. This is the last wall for the exterior paint on the first coat. No power means back to hand mixing, especially after they took our one bag mixer the other day. So we got a little bit of concrete work to do. This is actually just mostly cement, no gravel in the cement. So this is going to make our sidewalk, our walkway up to the house, and then sidewalk down this side here, and do a little repair on our little bit of sidewalk here that got busted during the sand and rock delivery early on in the contract. So Mr. Jojo and a couple of helpers here are delivering or making concrete. So our baseboards are coming along fairly nicely, really quick. Again. Yep. Just a little bit, not done yet. We're just cutting to size, and then they'll place in here momentarily. See what everybody else is still working on. Again, no power, so everything is back to by hand. A little bit of saw work. Doing some sanding on our doors. Little air guitar. Get ready to hang some doors. Mr. 30, the other carpenter, had to go home. So Mr. Allen has jumped up to start working on cabinet doors. Mirrors can wait for a little while. And we're still doing some more paint here on the walls. Speaking of paint on the walls, we got some more sanding and getting prepped for paint on our archways, as well as Mr. Stanley has jumped into the inside of the fence line and working on painting the interior fence line. So that's where that's at. Well, when we were laying out the original outlets where everything was going to go, we knew this was going to be an oven, but we didn't know the outlet type. So our oven has one of these big dryer type outlets that you would see, a huge outlet, a huge plug, which requires a bigger outlet. So it's like this. So we got this. Should be in a 4x4 box, but with no 4x4 box, what they're going to put it in is an octagon. So we'll put this in place. This will set down inside. They'll flush mount it and mount it to the wall. So that's what Mr. Chucks is working on. More chipping work. And then they're just going to run the wires from the old outlet box where it was supposed to go over to the center. And they'll just go into this one, everything will hook up. And be good to go for that one. So we've got this same outlet type for both the electric oven that we have in here in the main kitchen, as well as the dryer that's going to go out in the utility room. So it's got the same outlet style. So up here in the media room, Mr. Kerwin, one of our electricians, is moving right along, installing our 3-prong outlets all along the wall and starting to install some of the switches for the lights. Okay, hey, and the sidewalk is done. Mr. Jojo is getting ready to put in some expansion joints here so that it has a little room to crack on its own underneath instead of cracking in the middle somewhere you don't want it to crack. That's what he's doing here with a little bit of rebar, providing a stress relief joint crack. So it'll crack here instead of over here. All right, we got paint done on the interior walls, at least up to the gate line here. And getting ready to continue the rest of this way this afternoon. All right, we got the board, the baseboards are tentatively stuck, and we're getting ready to start nailing those into place. And Mr. Jonathan's doing an excellent job here doing grout, putting some brown grout in these brown tiles, help hide some of the joints. All right, let's see what everybody else is doing. Still working on doors. Going upstairs, huh? Oh, those are heavy, huh? Mabigat yan. Oh, Tagalog, sige, mabayat. Kapapangan, mabigat. Mabigat. Okay, we're getting the outlet done for our dryer, which just showed up today. Getting the base for our cabinet that's going to go here. And Mr. Wren, our plumber, is figuring out what to do with our washing machine drain. All right, so in we've got the boxes put in place for our range, for the electric range. That's where that's going to go. And they'll put the outlet in it after it dries. Mr. Allen here is still working on our cabinet doors. He's going to be working on these for a little bit, getting them shaved down to the exact size that they need to be. And then we're going to get all these painted when we get power back, so that'll probably be next week. So we're going to get these shaved, hung, and then take them off and paint them. All right, we're going to take a look. Yes, we have our first coat of skim coat on the outside edge of our fence wall, all except for this little bitty portion right down here, and Mr. Ricky's on his way back to work on that soon. You hear our neighbors across the street. Everybody's still running their generators. Still no power this afternoon. They're not projecting it to be back on until 5. If we're lucky, we may get it on by 3. Historically, when they say 8 to 5, we've been lucky to get it back by 3 sometimes. So we'll have to roll the dice and see how it turns out this afternoon. And we're still working some of the trim around the edges of our conditioners. The outside condenser units are getting the exterior paint trim on it. So Mr. Lloyd's doing a fantastic job of getting up in there with a little bit of paintbrush and right up next to the frames. Looking good. And there's the skim coat that Mr. Ricky's getting ready to go do. Woo-hoo. And our electricians, while the power is out, we're using this time frame to go ahead and continue wiring our switches for the pin lights that are going to be here, as well as for the switches for all of the lights up in the media room area. So Mr. Kerwin and Mr. Cho have been working on that for a pretty good while today. So hopefully when we get power back on Monday, all of these will be just about ready. All they got to do is put the pin lights in and flip the switch. Over here on this side of the house, our landscaper showed up this afternoon to talk with the Miss Emie, and also with the foreman, so we can get all our ducks in a row. Our previous conversation had said that the landscapers were waiting for the house and all the walls to have their first coat of paint, so that they go ahead and get started with the landscaping. Once they're done with the landscaping, then they'll come back, the painters, the house crew can come back and do the final coat of paint. But it would take them about 2 to 3 weeks to do the actual landscaping. So they're trying to get their schedules meshed, get them lined up so that they're both on the same sheet of music, and we can get things rolling. So hopefully we see that soon, see these guys getting started. All right, guys, it's Saturday. It's yabba dabba do time, a little bit early because these guys are getting paid. Here they call it sueldo. So they're getting sueldo. They're getting their paycheck today. So they're going to wrap up at 4 o'clock today. Yeah, it was a short day. Not a lot going on video wise. They're trying their hardest to get things done here that did not require power. So we'll have power back on Monday, and we'll see you then. So if y'all enjoyed today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star. Let me get out of the way. Right over here, and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen, and you'll be notified of your next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you on Monday, have a great afternoon, great weekend, and God bless.